Have you ever woken up in the morning ready to start your day, but one of your hands feels strangely numb and tingly, as if it fell asleep and refuses to wake up? Or perhaps you've stood up a bit too quickly from your favorite armchair and a wave of dizziness makes you grab onto the table for support. These moments can be unsettling. We often brush them off as just a part of getting older, a pinched nerve, a little lightheadedness. But in the world of traditional Chinese medicine, we see these as tiny whispers from our body, little signals telling us that the flow of energy and blood might not be as smooth as it should be. Think of your body's energy pathways, or meridians, as a network of rivers and streams. When the water flows freely, the land is nourished and everything thrives. But if a bit of debris, a fallen log, or a pile of silt starts to build up, the flow becomes sluggish. At first, it's just a small slowdown, but if left untended, that blockage can grow, leading to bigger problems down the road. That feeling of numbness or a sudden izzy spell is like a small log in the stream. It's a gentle warning that it's time to pay attention and clear the pathway before it becomes a serious stam. Recognizing these early signs is the first step in preventive care, allowing us to maintain balance and keep our internal rivers flowing strong for years to come. In traditional Chinese medicine, a stroke is often called a wind-strike. This name is incredibly descriptive. It's not about an external gust of wind, but an internal storm that suddenly rises up within the body. Imagine a tree. If its roots are deep and strong and its branches are flexible, it can withstand a strong gale. But if the roots are weak and the branches are dry and brittle, even a moderate wind can cause a branch to snap. In our bodies, this internal wind is often stirred up by long-term imbalances, such as high stress that causes our liver energy to become agitated, or a diet that creates what we call phlegm and dampness, a kind of internal sludge that can clog the body's channels. When this internal wind combines with stagnant blood or phlegm and rushes upwards to the head, it can block the delicate channels of the brain, leading to a wind-strike. This is much like a sudden, severe traffic jam on the main highway into the city. When circulation to the brain is cut off, its functions are impaired. Modern science sees this from a different angle but arrives at a similar conclusion. It identifies clots and bleeds as the cause of a stroke. What's fascinating is how new research is showing that ancient TCM practices can help clear these blockages. A recent study published in a respected medical journal found that traditional exercises in acupuncture can significantly help the brain's ability to heal and form new connections after a stroke, a process known as neuroplasticity. These gentle practices help dissolve tiny clots and improve blood flow, supporting the brain's recovery. I once worked with a gentleman named Mr. Robertson, a 68-year-old retired teacher who started experiencing episodes of his left hand going completely numb for a few minutes at a time. He was also getting more frequent headaches. He was worried as his own father had a history of circulation problems, a TCM perspective. These were clear signs of tea and blood stagnation with some underlying liver energy imbalance. We didn't do anything drastic. We started with a simple daily routine. Pressing a specific acupoint on his hand, incorporating gentle stretching to move his qi, and adjusting his diet to include more foods that invigorate the blood, like hawthorn berries and dark leafy greens. He was diligent. Within a few weeks, the episodes of numbness became less frequent. His headache ceased. He said he felt clearer and more grounded. There was no magic pill, just steady progress through consistent care. The foundation of a healthy, resilient body that can resist an internal wind-strike is smooth-flowing energy and blood. Fortunately, we have powerful, simple tools at our fingertips, literally to support this flow every single day. Here are some of the most effective strategies rooted in thousands of years of TCM wisdom. First, and most importantly, is learning to unblock the channels with a master point. There is one point so famous and powerful for moving energy in the body that it's considered a first-aid point. It's called Hegu, or yin-yang dali, located in the fleshy part between your thumb and index finger. Think of this point as the grand central station of your body's upper energy pathways, pressing its ends a strong signal to get things moving, clearing stagnation from the head all the way down. It's particularly famous for increasing blood flow to the brain, which is critical for preventing and recovering from blockages in the crucial 72 hours after a stroke. Studies show that stimulating this point can make a profound difference in recovery, helping patients walk sooner and regain mobility faster. To use it, simply make a C-ish shape with your opposite thumb and index finger and squeeze the fleshy mound. Apply firm, circular pressure for 1 to 2 minutes, breathing deeply all the while. You should feel a distinct, slightly sore sensation. This tells you you've found the right spot. Doing this a few times a day is like a mini minus clearing for your body's highways. Second, we must calm the liver wind. In TCM, the liver is like a military general in charge of planning and ensuring the smooth flow of ki throughout the body. When we are under constant stress, frustration, or anger, our general becomes agitated and starts stirring up wind. This internal wind is what can rush to the head and trigger a stroke. People with rising liver wind often experience symptoms like irritability, headaches at the temples, dizziness, or a feeling of tightness in the neck and shoulders. One of the simplest ways to soothe this is with the gentle sound healing technique from the 6 healing sounds. The sound for the liver is zu, pronounced like sh, while sitting comfortably. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out slowly, make the zu sound until all the air is gone. Visualize any frustration or tension leaving your body with the sound. Doing this for just a few minutes can have a remarkable calming effect on your nervous system. Third, we need to invigorate the blood and dissolve stagnation. Think of your blood vessels as garden hoses. Over time, mineral deposits can build up inside, narrowing the passage for water. A similar thing happens in our bodies. Foods that are overly greasy, sweet, or processed can contribute to blood stasis, where the blood becomes thick and slow minus moving. A wonderful natural helper for this is the hawthorn berry. This little weed fruit is a champion at gently improving circulation and has been studied for its ability to support heart health and post-stroke recovery. Sipping on a warm cup of hawthorn tea daily is an excellent preventive habit. It's like a gentle rinse for your circulatory system, helping to keep the blood flowing smoothly. Fourth, strengthen your spleen to clear phlegm minus dampness. The spleen in TCM is our primary digestive organ system, like the kitchen stove of our body. It cooks the food we eat and transforms it into ki and blood. If the spleen's fire is weak, the digestive process is inefficient, leading to the creation of a byproduct called dampness. This is a kind of pathological fluid that feels heavy and sluggish. When dampness congeals over time, it becomes phlegm. This isn't just the phlegm in your lungs, it can be an invisible phlegm that clogs the channels and blood vessels, contributing to strokes. To strengthen your spleen, avoid cold, raw, and greasy foods that extinguish your digestive fire. Instead, favor warm, cooked meals. A simple bowl of congee or rice porridge in the morning is a perfect spleen minus strengthening food. It's like giving your digestive system a warm, comforting hug to start the day. Fifth, we must anchor the body with strong kidney energy. The kidneys are the foundation of our entire body, the battery pack that stores our fundamental life force. A person with strong kidney energy is like a mighty oak tree with deep roots. They are grounded and resilient. If the kidney energy is weak, it can't grasp or anchor the energy of our body, making it easier for little wind to flare upwards. A wonderfully simple exercise to stimulate the kidney channel, which begins on the sole of the foot, is gentle toe tapping. While seated in a chair, simply lift and tap your toes on the floor 10 to 20 times per foot. This gentle movement stimulates the beginning of the kidney channel, helping to draw energy downwards and anchor it, which calms the mind and strengthens your foundation. Here are a couple of simple daily routines you can weave into your life to put these principles into action. Remember, consistency is far more powerful than intensity. The first is a morning circulation minus boosting tea. This is a gentle way to wake up your circulatory system, get your blood moving smoothly for the day ahead. You will need a small handful of dried hawthorn berries, about 5 or 6 wee dates spitted, and a small pinch of goji berries. Simply place these in a mug, pour boiling water over them, and let them steep for about 10 to 15 minutes, like you would any herbal tea. You can sip this warm throughout the morning. This tea is especially wonderful for anyone who tends to have cold hands and feet, feels a bit sluggish, or is concerned about their blood pressure or cholesterol levels. Who should be cautious? If you have a very sensitive stomach or issues with acid reflux, hawthorn can sometimes be a bit too sour. Start with a smaller amount. Also, if you are on blood-thinning medication, please consult with your doctor before making this a daily habit. A quick self-check after drinking it. You should feel a gentle warmth spreading through your body. If you feel any stomach discomfort, reduce the amount of hawthorn. The second routine is an evening kidney-nourishing foot soak. This is a classic TCM practice to calm the mind, warm the body, and draw excess energy down from the head, which is perfect for promoting restful sleep. All you need is a basin large enough for both of your feet, warm water, and about half a cup of Epsom salts. You can also add a few slices of fresh ginger to enhance the warming effect. Before bed, fill the basin with water that is comfortably warm, but not scalding. Stir in the Epsom salts and ginger. Soak your feet for about 15 to 20 minutes, perhaps while reading a book or listening to calming music. This practice is beneficial for nearly everyone, especially those who feel stressed, have trouble sleeping, or suffer from lower back or knee weakness, which are all related to kidney energy. A key precaution: if you have diabetes or any condition that causes reduced sensation in your feet, you must be extremely careful. Always test the water with your hand first to ensure it is not too hot. A quick self-check afterwards. Your feet should feel warm and relaxed, and you should feel a sense of calm and readiness for sleep. One of the most important things to remember on your wellness journey is that your body is unique. In our modern world, it's so easy to see a friend or a neighbor try a new diet or a new supplement and have great results, and we think, I should do that too. What works wonders for one person might not work at all for another and could even be unhelpful. TCM is built on the principle of individual pattern differentiation. We don't just treat a symptom, we look at the whole person, their constitution, their lifestyle, their emotional state, to understand the root cause of the imbalance. For example, your friend who is always feeling hot and has a red face might benefit greatly from cooling foods like cucumber and mint. But if you are someone who always feels cold and has a pale complexion, eating those same cooling foods could weaken your digestive fire and make you feel more fatigued. You wouldn't wear your neighbor's prescription glasses, would you? Your body's needs are just as specific. So while these general recommendations are safe and beneficial for many, always listen to your body. It is the wisest teacher you will ever have. Pay attention to how you feel after you eat a certain food or try a new exercise. If you feel better, that's a good sign. If you feel worse, it might not be the right approach for you at this time. Every small step you take towards nurturing your health is a beautiful act of self-respect and a victory for your future well-being. It is never about making drastic, overnight changes. It's about the small, consistent habits, the daily cup of tea, a few minutes of Acupuncture prayer, the conscious choice to take a few deep breaths that build a strong, resilient body over time. Don't underestimate the power of these simple actions. They are the foundation of lasting health. If this information has resonated with you, please share it with a friend or family member who you think might benefit. So many people are looking for gentle, natural ways to support their health, and a little knowledge can make a world of difference. Have you ever experienced that sudden feeling of numbness or dizziness? What small steps have you found helpful in your own life? Share your experience in the comments. If you'd like a personalized suggestion, comment with the word balance, and I will do my best to offer a simple tip for you. Let's support each other on this journey. Remember, taking care of your body